Hi students, this week we are starting the class with a revision test of chapter 1. Question is given, okay, please do the answers. The question paper is of 20 mark, you can spend 45 minutes to write. Please don't look at the book, and after the test you can evaluate, you can check yourself with the help of your parents. Now we are starting with lesson 2, the Earth's major landforms. In this lesson, we will learn about major landforms on Earth. In the introduction part is explaining about Earth's surface. As you know, the Earth's surface is solid. It is made up with rocks and soil. This part is called crust. What is a crust? The Earth has a solid surface made up of rocks and soil. It is called the crust. 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water and 29% is covered with land. Of course, these lands are separated with oceans. All the parts are not interconnected. Naturally, the water level will be same in the world. I think all of you know that the highest part of the Earth is Mount Everest and the deepest part in Mariana Trench. It is in Pacific Ocean. The surface of the Earth is not same. Some parts are higher than the other area. Some are rugged and some are flat. And now we will learn about how landforms are formed. How landforms are formed. Landforms are found by two processes. Landforms are formed by two processes. They are endogenous and exogenous process. The process that happen under the earth, the process that happen under the earth's surface are known as endogenous process. Example, movement of plates, lava, etc. The process that happen outside the earth's surface are called exogenous process. The process that happen outside earth's surface are called exogenous process. Example, change of rocks due to heat and cold. These are the two kinds of, or these are the formation or how landforms are formed. And the next part is explaining about different kinds of landforms. Different kinds of landforms. Already we told that the earth's surface is not same everywhere. Some place we can see higher part and some parts are flat and some are plateau. And first we will learn about mountain. The greater heights than the surrounding area are called mountains. The greater heights than the surrounding area are called mountain, and it is a conical shape. So there will be a pointed top. What is a mountain? A mountain is a conical mass of land rising to much greater heights than the surrounding areas. It is called a mountain. This portion is called, and one more portion we can see in the top of the mountain. The top of the mountain we can see a pointed portion. What is that? It is called peak. The pointed top is called a peak, and we can see the mountains generally occur in a chain or line. This line or chain is called a range. What is a chain or what is a range? Mountains generally occur in a chain or line called a range. And now we will learn about the difference between hill and mountain. Hill and mountain. Hill is a small mountain and the top portion have a round shape. A small mountain is called a hill. Generally hills have rounded tops. And a lowland between hills or mountain. Lowland between hills or mountain is called a valley. Now we learned about range. We learned about range, peak, valley and hill also. What is a hill? A small mountain is called a hill. The lowland between hills or mountain is called a valley. Now according to the formation, mountains are three type. According to the formation, mountains are three type. Which are they? They are fold mountain, block mountain and volcanic mountain. According to the formation, mountains are three types. They are fold mountain, block mountain and volcanic mountain. And in the book you can see one figure. All of you please see the figure. What we can see, it is the first picture, it is a normal earth surface. First figure, it is a normal earth surface. When the natural force pull, natural force push earth surface from both sides. Natural force push earth surface from both sides, it form wrinkles. These wrinkles are known as folds. Now the upward portion, the upward portion of wrinkles are called, what is that? Anticlines. And the downward portions are called synclines. Anticlines and synclines. The upward portions are called anticlines and the downward portions are called synclines. Okay. Now we are moving to the next part. The young and old fold mountains. Young and old fold mountains. Mountains are formed and shaped over millions of years. Mountains are formed, it will take too much time. It will take millions of years. Naturally, a young-fold mountain range is generally formed between 10 and 25 million years. Okay, and old-fold mountain range can be over 200 million years old. The peaks of the old mountain are rounded. At the same time, young-fold mountain's peaks will be pointed. That is the main difference. The peaks of the old mountains are rounded and at the same time young mountains peaks will be pointed. Example, Himalayas. Okay, and now we are going to the next part, the second form, the second type of mountain, block mountain. Okay, what is block mountain? Here also picture is there, so all of you please see the picture. Block mountains are formed into two ways, by push and by pull. When cracks or fault occur in the earth crust, when cracks or fault occur in the earth crust and the land between cracks sinks. Sinks means move downward. The cracks between the land, it sinks or it will move downward. In some cases the land between cracks move upward also. Okay, in some cases it will go downward and in some cases it will move upward. In both cases the raised parts are called block mountain. The sunken portion is called the rift valley or graben. The raised parts are called block mountain. The sunken portion is called a rift valley or graben. I think all of you understood about block mountain. Now we will learn about volcanic mountain. Volcanic mountain, it is very easy to understand. When the volcanic eruption happens, the molten rocks is called lava. Okay, the lava comes out, it cools and hardens. Gradually it forms a mountain. These kinds of mountains are called volcanic mountain. When volcanic eruption happens, the molten rocks or lava comes out, it cools and hardens. Gradually it forms a mountain. It is called volcanic mountain. These are the three kinds of mountain. First we learned about fold mountain. Second we learned about block mountain. Third we learned about volcanic mountain. Now we will learn about the importance of mountains. Importance of mountain. As you know, we cannot make a house or we cannot cultivate in hilly areas or in the top of the mountain. It is not possible. But in some parts or some area only we can make houses or we can cultivate. Okay, and anyway mountains useful in other way also. Mountains are the causes of rivers. How it is possible? The ice glaciers of some mountain melt and form rivers. These rivers we can use for producing hydroelectricity. And slope of the mountains are filled with forests, so we will get wood and other useful materials also we will get from the forest. Mountains are important for tourism. It encourages tourism also. Okay, today this much is enough, and now we are concluding the chapter. Okay, thank you children. Now we are going to do some exercises. First question, okay. A, give short answers. Name the three major types of landforms. Name the three major types of landforms. Answer is page number 10. Okay. The second paragraph, landforms. Last sentence, second paragraph, last sentence. The three major types of landforms are mountain, plateaus and plain. This is the answer of question number 1. The three major type of landforms are mountains, plateaus and plains. Okay. And question number 2. Question number 2. What are mountains? What are mountain? Answer is page number 10. One title is there, mountain. Okay. Answer is, a mountain is a conical mass of the land rising to much greater height than the surroundings area. This is the answer of question number 2. And question number 3. Question number 3 we will do next class. Now we can do distinguish between question number B. Exogenous and endogenous process. Exogenous and endogenous process. Answer is page number 10. The left side last paragraph and the right side second paragraph also we need. You can see that one blue color title, how landforms are formed. So answer is, most landforms are formed by process acting deep under the earth surface. These processes are known as endogenous process. And come to the next side, right side, the second paragraph, first line also we need. All landforms are shaped by exogenous process. These processes act on or near the earth surface. This is the answer of B1. Okay. Now question number 2. A syncline and undecline. Answer is page number 11. Fold mountain. Take the part of fold mountain. The second line, second sentence. The part of the wrinkles that are curved upward are called anticlines. These form peaks. The parts that curve downward are called synclines. The part of the wrinkles that are curved upward are called anticline. The parts that are curved downward are called syncline. This is the answer of B2. And next question is old and young mountain. Old and young mountain. Answer is page number 11. Right side first paragraph. Right side first paragraph, first sentence onwards we need. Older mountains have been exposed to force like wind and water for a very long time. As a result, they have been worn down. So, they are usually lower and less rugged. Then no need of next sentence. Then we can start with the next sentence. Young mountains are generally high and rugged with pointed peaks. This is the answer of B3. This much is enough for today, children.